Welcome to Home Biz Tax Talk. My name is Lysandra Everett. I am the Home Biz Tax Lady, where I help home business owners win the tax game. Home Biz Tax Talk airs Monday through Friday, 9 o'clock-ish. And when you tune into my show, you're going to hear about topics that are important to the home business community. All right, today we are talking about bookkeeping over business structure. All right. So I see a lot of posts these days. I'm seeing a lot of posts about business structure. Should I have an LLC? Should I have an S Corp and all of that stuff? And the first question that I ask is, can I see your bookkeeping? And then there's crickets. Okay. So one of the massive failures, and it is a massive failure, is lack of bookkeeping in the home business industry. Now, what does bookkeeping do for you? Bookkeeping helps you really make some intelligent decisions about your business. All right. Bookkeeping is going to tell you how much money you're making, where the money is coming from, how much money you're spending, where it's going, what your cash flow is. Are you operating in profit or loss? Okay. All of those things come from your bookkeeping. If you don't know how much money you really have, then how can you really make an intelligent decision about your business structure? Because what we do in the home business industry, guys, this is what we do, okay? We see something we want to buy. Then we go and look in our bank account to see if we have that kind of money. If we have that kind of money, we just go and spend it, all right? But not really taking into account, hey, how fast is this money coming in versus how fast it's going out? What kind of bills am I going to have to pay? What kind of, how am I receiving income? Are people paying their bills on time? Am I getting commissions on a regular basis? All of those things come from bookkeeping. So before you go jump off all willy-nilly into getting an LLC or something like that because you want to have a legitimate business, you need to have some legitimate bookkeeping, because it's the bookkeeping that's going to legitimize your business, whether you are operating in profit or a loss. Because if you have a broke business, you don't have a business. I don't care what kind of structure you have. The structure itself does not make it a business. It's how you operate that business. It's, are you really managing the finances of that business? Are you separating the finances of the business? Because see, if you have, one of these different types of business structures in order to reduce your liability, but you're still commingling funds, which means you're paying for personal stuff out of your business account. You're paying for business stuff out of your personal account. If you're still commingling funds, then that is going to do what's called breaking the corporate veil, piercing the corporate veil. And what that means is, in the event that somebody sues you, it doesn't matter what kind of structure you have, because you're not operating this business financially correctly, then that liability goes out the window anyway. Okay. So that, all of this comes from having proper bookkeeping. And regardless of the business structure you have, if you are calling yourself living off of your business, if your business is going to be the thing that supports your lifestyle, meaning that it's paying your mortgage, your gas and electric, your rent, your car payments and all of that, if your business is supporting your lifestyle, when you go to get funding, whether it's a loan for a car, a house, or if you need a business loan or whatever, the first thing that the bank is going to ask for is your last 3 years tax returns and a current profit and loss statement. If you don't have those things, guess what? You don't get a loan. Your business is no longer going to be able to support your lifestyle because you don't have the proper things in place to really have a business, to say that you have a viable business. So it's not the structure that determines whether or not you have a business. It's how you run the business. And if you don't have bookkeeping, then you don't really have a business. And, and I know there will be people that will really debate me on this, but anybody in the financial community that knows the importance of bookkeeping will back me on this. Like, I really need for you guys to get over this, just making the money. Yeah, you got to make the money, but you also got to be able to manage the money, keep the money, and spend the money well, right? Because see, and especially for my home business owners that still have their job, they're working full-time on their job and part-time on their dream. Okay. There is nothing wrong with that, but you need to look at your job as an investor. Okay. And then are you, the money that you're taking from your household, from your paycheck to fund your business, are you getting a return on that investment? You don't even know. All you going is, look, I'm going to go buy this. I'm going to go buy this. I'm going to go buy this coaching. I'm going to go buy this product. I'm going to go buy. Not really looking at, am I getting a return on this investment? Am I making the money to cover this cost? That's what cash flow will tell you. Do I have enough money coming in the amount of time I need for it to go out? And if you don't, then you might want to pump the brakes a little bit, right? And all of this also is taxes, because see, another thing that happens is we go and, you see people that go and boss out online, right? They go and have this $15,000 month, $20,000 month. Next thing you know, they in the mall, they get new cars, they upgrading their lifestyle, they upgrading their wardrobe and all of that. Not even taking into consideration that there is a tax that's going to have to be paid. And then come tax time, they're crying the blues because, oh my gosh, I don't have the money to pay the tax that's owed because I thought this was my money. No, the money that you make in your business belongs to your business. Okay. And then you pay yourself from your business, right? You pay yourself a set amount. And believe me, I have business owners all the time. Like, what do you mean I pay myself a set amount? This is my money. No, right? Not exactly. Because the thing about it is that, when you're first getting started, you might be paying yourself a percentage of what you make. However you do it, whether it's a percentage of what you earn or if it's a set dollar amount. Okay. But you have to establish a regular amount and a regular time that you pay yourself. And if you have proper bookkeeping that shows you your cash flow, then you can know when and how much you can pay yourself. And not just, ooh, I made $1,000 this week, I'll go write myself $1,000 check. No, if you made $1,000 this week, you actually have $700 because 30% of that needs to be set aside for taxes. And I get people crying the blues over that 30%. Okay, well, you can cry the blues, but the question I have for you is this. When it's time to write a check for taxes, are you going to have the money? Right? Like, people are like, you have to understand, in business, the first 6 months of the year are your most tax heavy times. Okay. Between January and June. And the reason that is because your fourth quarter estimated tax payments are due in January. You've got your annual tax liability that's due on tax day in April. You also have your Q1 estimated tax payment that's due on tax day in April. And then you have your second estimated tax payment that's due in June. You also have, if you've got your S Corp or LLC or whatever, you also have your annual filing that's due within those first 6 months or your anniversary year. Every state is kind of different on that. Okay. But generally speaking, the first 6 months of the year is your most tax heavy. That's your tax, you writing checks to the government. All right. In that first 6 months. And so if you are not managing your money, if you are not looking at your bookkeeping to plan for these things, to be able to make those intelligent decisions to say, ooh, you know what? I can't buy this product right now because I got this tax payment that's due. Because listen, if you don't pay your taxes, they will shut the IRS, either the federal or the state government will shut your junk down. Okay. Like that is a very real thing. And I cannot impress that upon you enough. So, so I'm for need for you guys to take a step back on this whole business structure thing and make sure that you have proper bookkeeping. If you don't, get you some QuickBooks Self-Employed. If it's just you're not doing a whole lot, get you some QuickBooks Self-Employed. It's okay. There's other types of accounting. Of course, there's QuickBooks, there's Zoho Books, there's Wave, there's FreshBooks, there's all kind of accounting that's out there. But the reason I recommend QuickBooks is because QuickBooks grows with you. Now, if you ain't planning on going anywhere with your business, okay, then stick to a spreadsheet. But if you're really planning to grow with your business, then this is why I recommend QuickBooks, because you start out with QuickBooks Self-Employed, then you might need to take it up another notch. Then you get some employees, you need some more QuickBooks. But it keeps you from having to start and reestablish your bookkeeping from system to system to system. That is what I know for sure about QuickBooks. Okay. So, yeah, but listen, but we got to get this bookkeeping right and not get so caught up in the business structure, because the business structure, it means nothing if your books aren't together, if you really don't know what's going on with your business, period. I got a guy right now who's shocked to death because he told me, wait, let me laugh. Hold on, y'all. Okay. So in his mind, he profited about $5,000, right? But then we did his bookkeeping. I was like, baby, you made like $20,000 in profit. He was like, what? I was like, this is why you need bookkeeping, to know how much money you're making to fund your lifestyle. This is why. Thank you guys for the hearts. I so much appreciate it. But so that is the lesson for today. If you do not know about your business, if you don't know what your income is, whether it's on a monthly basis, however often you get paid, if you don't know how much money you're making and where the money is coming from, because there are plenty of us that have multiple streams of income, right? But you need to know which streams are working and which ones aren't. Because if you're having one profitable income stream that's funding another one that's losing money, that might be a no-go at this station, okay? So if you've got multiple streams of income, you need to know which ones are producing and which ones aren't. If look at your expenses. What's going out of your business, and is it really serving you? Are you getting that return on your investment? Is a tool really bringing you the income? Is the assistant that you're using really bringing you more income than what you're having to pay? Is it working? Okay. Is there some way that you can reduce something? Is a tool that you're paying for and not even using that you can get rid of? Okay, these are the things that bookkeeping will tell you. But people just so caught up in, I have an LLC or I have an S corp. Okay, but your books is out of whack, so you don't know what you have. You just have a business structure and you don't even know the requirements. You got an S corp not paying yourself. Oops. Right? So So if you don't have your books together, this is the time to do it. Now is time to start, because come tax time, then everybody, my home business owners, you do the tax scramble, right? When the truth is, if you have proper bookkeeping and all you're waiting on is forms from your mortgage company and all that, you should be ready to file your taxes in February. If your bookkeeping is done properly and you keep up with it, you should be ready to file your taxes in February. And I highly recommend for my home business owners that you do file your taxes early, because if you wind up with a tax liability that you can't pay right now, then you got a couple of months to hustle up from February to April to pay that bill. But what happens is people you wait until April 15th to file. Then, oh my gosh, I got a tax liability I can't pay. And oh my gosh, what do you mean I have estimated tax payments? Because listen to me, if you are in business and you're doing what you're supposed to do, you are going to have estimated tax payments at some point in your life. And that first 6 months is going to hurt if you're not prepared. Okay? So get y'all's bookkeeping together, guys. Take the time, get your bookkeeping together. If you don't have a bookkeeper, reach out to me. I'm happy to put you in contact with my staff bookkeeper so that you can start working now to get this right, instead of, the scramble in April and then you really have some problems. All right. So listen, thank you guys so much for tuning in to Home Biz Tax Talk. Again, we air Monday through Friday, 9:00-ish, and you can come here to get your questions answered about your home business taxes. All right, have a great day. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.